Okay, good evening. It's nighttime. I don't know what time it is, but I've been really busy. It's almost 8 o'clock, 7:45 in the evening. My day today started at 4:45. I woke up and I went to go pick up the 8530. If you're a member of my Instagram, Instagram, One Lonely Farmer at Instagram, you'll already know that I've picked up my 8530 from the dealer. Now, I read the comments. I know Chucky2009 says, don't read the comments. You'll be so much happier if you don't read the comments. And I do agree with him, but to a degree I agree with him, but to another degree I don't agree with him. I think that in order to connect with the good fans that I have, thank you very much for the good fans that I have, you have to sift through the trolls. And I know there's some people out there that are well intent, have good intentions, and they say things like, repetitively, which is fine. I read the comments and I read every comment. That's the stupid thing, is if I see a troll, somebody that I really know, I go to them first and I read those comments because it's just amazing. But I'm not here to complain about trolls. What I'm here to say is the last video that I talked about with my 360 degree camera, when I was talking about this tractor, the 8530, there was this outpouring of, get rid of that junk Deere, you need to get to a different color tractor, red, blue, or yellow, orange, whatever. You need to do that because John Deere is nothing but a, I don't even know what in the hell they said. I mean, they said some pretty amazing things, and it's like, you know what? This tractor is 10 years old. And I just have to think about this. I'm like, why in anybody's right mind would they think that John Deere is only in this to screw me? This is a 10-year-old tractor. John Deere is paying for half of the parts that go into this tractor. You tell me any other manufacturer that's out there in the world today that would say, hey, you know what? We got a 10-year-old tractor out there and it needs a new hydro, and we had a PIP like 8 years ago for this tractor. We're going to honor it 8 years later. I don't think you're going to find one. I think the only tractor manufacturer, equipment manufacturer that will do that is John Deere. I never would have ever thought that I would have gotten anything out of this equipment company other than a bill with no help. So I mean, it just kind of blows my mind that people are like, oh my God, John Deere should pay for the whole thing. It's a 10-year-old tractor. John Deere doesn't have to pay me anything. I never expected John Deere to pay me anything. Now, before John Deere would warranty or honor the PIP or the part that they are going to pay half for, it had to go through testing. Now, in that video, I said, oh, it was 5 days of testing. Well, today I talked to Chris, oh God, Christy, right? Christy? Oh, my names are really Cassie. I talked to Cassie today, and she said, Wesley, they didn't test it consecutively for 8 hours a day. The mechanic would run a test, punch out, report to Deere, punch out, and then Deere would come back to him and say, you need to run another test, and he'd have to punch back in on this job, run the test, get back to Deere, punch out, and it went on for 5 days on multiple different tests until they pretty much figured out that it was the hydro on this tractor. Now, they told me it was the hydro. They suspected it. They were 90%. I could show you the emails, but I don't have to. The email stated that the mechanic was 90% sure it was the hydro. John Deere was 99% sure it was the hydro, but John Deere wanted to do that final test. That was last Friday. Do the final test so that they're 100% sure that it isn't a wiring harness somewhere that is fucking up and causing it to do that. So they did their job. Deere Country did their job. They did it well. I am more than thrilled with what they did for this tractor. And it's done. It took them a day and a half to tear it apart and put it back together again. Now, mind you, it was a split job. and they had to pull the transmission out of the two pieces, which I wish I was able to get in there to film what they were doing, but I just have too much to do right now. Like attempt to make hay, or mow hay, and bale hay, because I was baling with the Heston. But anyway, I'm going to show you where the hydro was, and I've got the hood up on the tractor, and I'll show you what they did. And oh, here's another thing. John Deere actually also had a kit that went into this beyond the hydro. So there must have been some upgrades that were just in case you have this problem, or there were upgrades for when you have a problem with the transmission elsewhere in the transmission, which these guys today, he's like, we have done 4, this is the 4th one of these transmissions we've done in the 30 series tractors. He says they really last a very, very long time. We don't have problems with the 8000 series. He said the 7000 series is another story, but the 8000 series has been really bulletproof. You either had one that had the hydro problem, or you had one that never had the hydro problem in the 8000 series. Now the 7000 series had hydro problems. But anyways, I'm going to turn the camera around here, and you don't have to listen to me talk. But the hydro, okay, so here's the transmission. This is it. From this point here to this, well, I should say from here to here is the transmission. Now they had it split apart here. They had it split apart here. You can see that there's a new gasket in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see it here. See that nice shiny aluminum piece? That was not in there when this piece here was not there. I don't believe it was there when I originally. Because if you look behind there, there's green paint. So whether that gasket or that spacer, whatever the hell that is, was an upgrade or whatnot, I don't know. And then you have this here where it is sealed with this anabolic or this whatever sealer that's in there. Okay, so where does the hydro sit in this box? Well, right here. That hydro takes up space here. It slides in this way, and then there are shafts that go into the power shift packs that are in there. So you've got your input, it goes in, and then you've got the C1, C2 shaft, and then you've got this hydro. There's other things in there I don't even know because I didn't tear it apart. But in order to split this tractor, it is very simple, believe it or not. And I'm sure people are like, no way, that's not simple. It is simple. You basically take this back half of the tractor and you put it up on jack stands. You block it up or whatnot. And then there is a big lift that they have that they literally put underneath the tractor, pick it up, unbolt it, and pull the whole thing forward and away from the rear of the tractor, and then you go ahead and you split it apart there. So yeah, it's neat. I mean, to be honest with you, I wish I had the opportunity to do this job. I really do. I'm kind of saddened that I wasn't able to do it because this is just cool. You know, I don't know. I mean, to me, it would have been just totally awesome to get in there and do it. Now, so after John Deere says, yeah, we're going to pay for half the parts. You do the testing, we'll do half the parts, blah, blah, blah. Not only that, John Deere has warrantied the parts that they put in there. There is the brand new hydro. It is a Denso, or a Sauer Danfoss hydro. So Danfoss Industries, or Sauer Danfoss Industries, they built that thing. It was made here in the United States. Kudos. It's warranted. So there's a parts warranty plus the upgrade kit, or there's a kit that went into it. It was $700 and some odd for that kit. Apparently John Deere is either going to pay for the whole thing, or they're only going to pay for half of that too, which is fine by me. I don't care. That's fine. They're paying something, which is awesome. And Deere Country warranties the labor. So if anything fails on that hydro, or any of the work that they did within the next year and a half, whatever the heck they said, I think it's 3,000 hours on that hydro, and then the 3,000 hours on the hydro, that's a hell of a warranty. I mean, can you believe that? I mean, a 10-year-old tractor, you're still warrantying parts on. You're not going to get that in a case. You're not going to get it in New Holland. I'm sorry. I don't know about AGCO, but I can tell you, in New Holland, the second they sell that motherfucker and it's off the warranty, it's fuck you, good day. And that's it. So don't tell me to go to a blue or a red tractor. You can keep those things. I know, I've dealt with that company. I have dealt with that company. Deere, good. It's good. I really, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people out there that can hate on John Deere till they're blue in the face, but I have a parts warranty and I have a labor warranty on this tractor, so I'm good to go. Now, Monday comes, I have to go price 2 new tires because I see that these tires are cracking. They're going bad. They're 670 R30s wide. That's the front. 670 R30s. These are good for 1 year. I'm getting rid of them. I think I'm going to put Trelleborgs on. I may put Firestones on. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely not putting good for 1 years on because good years the sidewalls split out. But anyway, so and there was another thing here. I was starting to get a weeping right in here, and when they split this, because they split it, they replaced the O-ring in there, and there were some other things. So anything that was worn and that needed to be replaced, they did it, with the exception of the belt. They didn't replace the belt, and they asked me today if I wanted them to order the belt so I could replace it. I thought I replaced the belt in this, but it turns out that belt is a belt that I replaced on the 8120. So I'm gonna have to buy a belt and put on this tractor. So yeah, there it is. Anyway, I'm done yakking. The tractor's back. Tomorrow's gonna get hooked back up to the Krone baler, I think. Yeah, I got hay to bale tomorrow. So the baler will get hooked up to the Krone, and we'll be back in business. And hopefully I don't go for the ride of my life again like I did the last time. So anyhow, yep, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more.